Ladies and gentlemen, this is Smite, and I'm KageKaze, and Freya's on rotation, so I want to take a look at her and her default build. And I am a little leery about how this is going to turn out, because I'm coming off of like a 6-game losing streak so far. I have tried multiple attempts at recording some kind of useful content or video, and it has been fail. I scrapped them all. Really, when the matches are that bad, they just aren't even entertaining anymore. It's bad. What have I run into? Well, disconnects. I've run into Lokis who tried to build a golden bow as a second item, which is just really a bad choice for a second item, especially for Loki. 9-year-old Thor that was half our level AFK and then fed. You know, I can forgive some of these things. You know, if you don't know your builds, that's fine. That's one thing, but you should probably look into that before you go in out there. I mean, I know you need to practice to play the game against real people to get good, but if it comes to items, at least let the computer build for you if you're not sure, or look it up using the guides the game has, I guess. Oh well, we'll see. Honestly, I haven't been doing that great myself either. I've been pulling some bad moves, but we'll see. This might not go too well either, since this Freya is a little different than what I'm used to, as I tend to build mage with Freya. And I want to lane... I would love to lane with, like, Emir. That would be awesome. I think, you and me. Who's it going to be? Hold on. He's going left. I guess I got to go right then. Asia is left as well. Okay, I'll lane with Thor. That's cool. We can do that. So I normally do mage, but the default items for Freya are going to be attack damage, and unfortunately I have no way of getting out of any moves. Like, am I fighting in Ares? Yeah, I'm fighting in Ares. So this is probably going to go very bad, because I don't have beads. It's pretty bad. Alright, so Freya. Freya's an interesting god, though. I really like in the fact that she can be attack damage or she can be a mage. All of her moves are magical based when it comes to her 1 through 4, but her attack damage is really good, and all of these moves enhance her default attack. She has a necklace that converts 20% of her magical power to physical. It allows her basic attacks to gain in strength as her magical power grows. So unlike most mages who, when you build up their magical power, all they have are their special moves, Freya will be able to still do damage to the enemy with her basic attack, because as her power grows, so does her basic attack. And like, Irradiate here is my first ability. It gives me a buff that lasts for 5 seconds. It gives me 10% physical lifesteal, and the basic attacks do an additional 50 magical damage. So as you can see, I'll have basic damage on my attack, and I'll be getting more damage from the Irradiate.
Enemies have returned right.
And I'm laning against Ares. This is going to be bad. I'm not going to have any defense against him. Alright, so the second ability that it's giving me is Pulse. So let's just show it off here before I actually look into it. It is a fantastic ability. As you can see, it does an AoE. It also provides a slow 5-second buff, 10% magical lifesteal. Basic attacks become ranged. They do 20 magical damage addition, and they slow for 25%. So as you can see, Pulse does not do as much damage as Irradiate, but it's ranged and has a slow. But you can combine it with Irradiate so that it does even more damage. You get the 2 damage buffs, you get physical and magical lifesteal.
Be careful.
And the only thing lost on it is the slow and the AoE. You do a bunch of damage, you get the lifesteal.
Your middle tower is under attack.
But you do a lot of damage at range, which is kind of the important part about it. Being able to just hit someone and pretty much assassinate them at a distance. So number 3 is Banish. Really, all it does is it knocks the enemy into the air for a second. They can't be hit, they can't take action. Just get out of there. I don't like being that close to areas with this chains. So it's a really great move for initiating if you need to basically get someone surrounded. I could basically, if they're chasing me, lift them up and then hopefully get them into my creep, or if I'm about to fight someone I need to get, like here if I wanted to initiate against Ares and I wanted Neith out of the way, I could pop her while hitting Ares real quick.
On my way.
You can use it for many things. If you're running away, you can pop it to chase, you can pop it to keep them from catching up to you. I mean, Freya has many abilities that just makes her ideal either way. If you want to be ranged, you can be ranged. You want to be up close and personal, you can be up close and personal. You can be a combination of the two. You can build attack damage because her basic attack will be modified by her alternate abilities. So I can use my pulse with an attack damage build and still get all the damage of it. Oh, very nice. Let's pop them so they don't get away. Oh, that was beautiful. See, right there, I just combined both of them. You saw I lost the slow, but it just did enough damage to get the kill. I just wanted to make sure they didn't get away. I probably could have done that with just Pulse. So the default build has me getting Irradiate as the first thing. And that's fully understandable. It does the most damage, and I've noticed that the default builds tend to focus on what gives you the most damage. Alright. That was funny, actually. Hello, Neith. I am okay. It's fine. So, ultimate, number 4, Valkyrie's Discretion. Freya uses her Cloak of Feathers to fly above the battlefield, and she fires down bolts that do 120 magical damage, up to 4 times while flying. You cannot be hit while in full ascension, and you can right-click to cancel it early if you so desire. So let's, you know what? Oh man, I completely missed with that. Well, that's fine. I've got a sprint, and I've got a potion. That's what I get for reading while playing, right? So far, so good. Oh, curse you and your chains. Really? Well, alright. Well, I still got lifesteal and I still got potion. Ticking down. I do not like Ares. I do not like the fact that he's got his ultimate now.
Enemies in the jungle.
Nice. Very nice. I didn't get hit and Thor just used... Looks like he used Aegis. Very good. Alright. Let's go ahead and use a Radiate to clear the lane quicker.
Enemy missing middle.
Alright. Gonna be a bit cautious because I don't have a potion. Auto buy only buys 1 potion. So one thing that's really nice about Pulse is if you've got an enemy melee god that's pushing on your lane, and he's sitting there fighting the creep, you can fight his creep. Like right there, I hit him with it, with the AoE. So you can use it to kind of stop melee characters from hitting your creep. Which is pretty nice. Yeah, that Neith keeps getting those. Yeah, they're just trying to hit him to keep him from getting too close. Freya's awesome in that she really is one of the few... At least what I've seen, there's not too many gods that benefit a lot from attack speed. I mean, certainly there are, but that's it. I'm just going to use my ultimate to get out of it. Oh my goodness. Nice. Slow. No! Throw your hammer! Throw the mighty Molnir! Throw him! Oh god, I've used my ultimate already and I can't follow up with it. No, Thor! No, don't die! Oh god, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. God damn.
An ally has been slain.
Damn it. Let's get him into the air.
I'm going for Jungle Punk.
Alright. I am not sticking around. I'm retreating and I will come back very quickly. So, I start off with Death's Toll. Gives me a little bit of sustain. Typical attack damage item here.
Be right back.
As we all know, mana and health on hit. And I've got Warrior's Tabi. So as you can see, I'm being built right now as if I'm going to be an attack damage carry type of character. Starting off with a little sustain, starting off with some movement speed, attack speed, and of course physical attack damage. Of course, after the boots is when it all changes. You start getting some real nice items, and the basic build, having looked at it, is pretty good, but it is definitely it's a huge carry build. Freya herself is not classified as a carry, she's kind of classified as mage assassin, but the items that they give her definitely are like a carry. You're basically going to build 2 stacking items, Transcendence and the Book of Thoth, I believe. And both of those stack up to 100, if I'm not mistaken. The book does. So you're going to spend a lot of time trying to get those stacked up, because if you don't, then the purchase is really not worth it.
Careful, middle.
But Freya definitely scales with attack speed very well, unlike a lot of gods, because her special abilities will all fire just as fast as her attack speed. So Pulse, Irradiate, combining the two, you attack faster. As you can see here, you can already tell that I got a slightly better attack speed, so I'm pushing out more of the bolts. Oh no, Thor's lagging. Last time a lane partner lagged, we started dying horribly.
Enemy missing left. Be careful, right. Enemy missing left.
I'm hearing missing, so I'm not entirely wanting to stay in. It's too far up.
Retreat.
Let them push on us. That's fine. Ooh, nice hit.
Enemies have returned left.
Oh, she hit me. A little bit of a poke. Just a bit. Nice. I hit Ares twice. I'm gonna try and follow up with that a little bit. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you do that to me. Oh yes. Goodbye.
Sorry. You have slain an enemy.
Here, get away. I'll slow him down. There we go. So we've got maximum levels of Irradiate at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and use it to clear some of these. Creep there. So what is that doing for me now? It keeps the 10% physical lifesteal, so that stays a constant, but the damage now is 130 additional damage per swing.
Your left tower is under attack.
Pulse will be the next one it gives me, and Banish will be last. That is a reasonable build, honestly. Banish, while nice, honestly, the initial pop-up is all you really need in the beginning for a lot of escapes and for initiating. And then as it goes on, of course, you'll want more for the team fights and for any other, you know, crazy tactics you might want to do. Yeah, I got out of that.
Enemy missing left.
But Freya is an awesome candidate, really, for Fatalis. Because she can attack so fast, and these bolts benefit so much from it. And the ability to run backwards and then use Pulse to slow enemies down that are chasing you. That and Freya is an awesome chaser. She almost has an overpowered chasing capability. If an enemy is trying to get away, let's combine the two. Let's see if I can do enough damage with my two abilities combined. Nope. Oh yeah, he's done. Done, son. So long. Thanks for all the fish. Thankfully, my ultimate has come up every time he's done that. I hate using my ultimate for that, but I have no alternative. I've been ganked so much by Ares these last few games, by not having beads, it's been crazy, so I'm making sure that I can sustain it. Can do this. Ah, darn. Ooh, awesome hit. God, if I had my ultimate, I could chase and kill her.
Enemy missing left.
See, and that's just it. So she can run after you with, you know, you get her some boots of celerity. Oh, nice.
Be careful.
Got her. See, and that right there is exactly what that pop-up is good for. She was going to pull back, and I just made sure that I got her into the air long enough that the moment she came down, I just hit her with my abilities and took her out. This is great. I'm having a good match. This will be a good one to end the night on, probably. Even if we lose at this point, I feel real good about it. Alright, let's do this. Grab this buff, then I'm going to go grab speed, and then after I'm done with that, let's go back and get some of our items, because we will need to start getting these stacks as soon as possible.
Retreat!
Okay, so let's look at Pulse. It's only at 4 still, but you can see that it's getting 50 magical power, so it is sitting probably at about half of Irradiate. So, but its main draw, obviously, is the slowing effect. Or in general, just the range, really. Combining it with Irradiate so that you have a ranged version of Irradiate to do extra damage. There we go. I only got rank 2 in the Book of Thoth, so let's just kind of take a look at that. It's giving me some mana MP5 and power, and I will get mana per minion kill, and then mana will be converted to magical power. So basically, this is an item meant to extend my mana. And as my mana goes up, my magical power goes up. So it's a good stacking item for just building up that magical power. Indirectly, obviously. And of course, I will gain more mana, so ultimately, I'm really not going to need my... oh wow, got a few more hits out of that with my attack speed going up. Ultimately, I'm not going to really need... Oh, nice attempt. Damn it, I missed. If I have to use my ultimate to escape out of that, I'm at least going to do some damage, darn it.
Be careful! Retreat! 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 Enemy missing middle!
Wow, with the spam. How's left lane doing? They're kind of pushed back to the mid. Ao Kuang's doing pretty good mid lane there. He's already got a tower down. If we could just push these guys back a little bit more. Oh, I'm surprised that hit me. Oh wow, I just did a number on Neath with one hit. Very nice. Oh, I can buy the book.
No problem.
Alright,
Be right back. Be careful, right.
going back to buy the book. There we go. So I'm also just not going to need Meditate with that much mana. And then what's going to happen after that is it's going to give me Transcendence, which pretty much does the same thing, physical power. You can see Transcendence gives you physical power and even more mana, and you get 10 mana per minion kill, and maximum mana is converted to physical. So that stacks it to 50, the book stacks it to 50. Okay, so I was wrong. They're not 100 stacks, they're 50 stacks, but that is decent enough. So I'm going to get 50 stacks of each. Oh, hello, Agni. Boy. Just run through it.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay, I guess she was just lagging.
An enemy.
See if I can't chase down this Agni. Yeah, he's got creep.
Attack right lane.
Oh, you got it, buddy.
An enemy has been slain.
Excellent. I probably should have... I didn't realize Nasia was going to come in and help.
I'm returning left lane.
So... yeah, I just kind of wasted an ultimate. Oops!
Enemy missing left. Cancel that.
Excellent. Getting some stacks. Oh, yeah, this will be good. I think we'll get it before it's able to do much damage. Or any damage.
Your team has destroyed the right tower. Be careful left. I have you now.
Yeah, he's gonna pull me in with that one. That kind of hurts. Well,
Good game.
a good game, but it doesn't let me go through the items because they surrendered. So, yeah. You know what? I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. I'm putting it up. I have had so many false starts tonight. I have had so many bad matches tonight that there is no way I'm just going to not use it. I mean, that was a good match. I went 5-0. I felt like I did decent there. We had some pretty nice work there in that right lane. The default build is not bad. What will happen in the end, since I know the build already, thankfully, is you get the Book of Thoth, so you get that, you get mana per stack, and you get 3% of mana converted to fit magical. Then you get Transcendence, which is the exact same thing in physical form. So you're basically killing minions, getting stacks, and getting mana. So you're doubling up mana from those two items. And then that is being converted to both physical and magical power. So the Transcendence is buffing the Book of Thoth. And Book of Thoth is buffing Transcendence. So you get this synergy between the two, and since Freya is a god that uses both very well, then I can see that working. And then after that, once you get those two, you get Fatalis, which is attack speed, and of course if you're moving backwards, you can move backwards at full speed. Normally you have to turn around to get full speed, but Fatalis lets you do that, and it gives you a ton of attack power. I typically build a mage Freya with attack speed. I'll typically start with Chronos for my sustain, and I'll typically go with the attack damage boots, and then after that I get Fatalis. And so the reason I don't get the boots of celerity is because of Fatalis, because you're already moving pretty quick with that. And then I can get additional attack speed and damage, and then from there I will go into some support items, like I'll get the Gem of Isolation, because that provides magical damage. That's this right here, provides some damage and a slow. And it's just with the attack speed, people won't get away, and it's great. So you combine these two items with the Fatalis, and that's a good build. Normally I would say get Fatalis earlier, but honestly, if you're getting items with stacks, you got to get those items with stacks early as well. So honestly, I would probably take the death toll off of this whole thing, because you really need to get these things built up pretty quickly in order to make full use of the stacks. I mean, you saw I probably had like 12 stacks at the end of that. So it's not bad. I might try some variant of this on my own to see if it'll work. And instead of building, like I said, I normally build with the slow first, because that really helps for initiating, slowing, and just ultimately getting kills. It's just my personal preference on that one. Yeah, Freya is really awesome. I love the combination. I will like to pick her up here on a permanent basis. Right now she's on free rotation, so she feels pretty good. Her chasing ability just really second to none. She can chase you down, slow you down with that with the pulse ability, and if you're in your tower and you're low and you're trying to escape, well, she'll just fly over the tower without being able to get hit and just knock those abilities into you. Thankfully, they nerfed the range of her ultimate there to, I think it was like half the range. It used to go really far, so she could basically nuke you from a long distance out of your tower and stuff like that. So unfortunately, I had to use her ultimate to get out of Ares' ability every time, so that kind of sucked. But it got us a few kills, so I'm glad that worked out in the long run. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to my random ramblings and, of course, my complaining about constant failure tonight. But I'm glad it ended on a good note. So I'll see you next time.